Hello, it's time for another air fryer adventure. And I'm still trying to get myself used to the idea of eating cottage cheese and, being aware of getting enough protein. The other sort of buzzwords at the moment are things to do with omega-3s. So I thought I would ask ChatGPT for a recipe that involves cottage cheese and some sardines. Now I've already opened them, but I'll show you my little tin of sardines. They're a very underrated fish. I'm quite fond of the darn things. But anyway, I asked for a recipe and it's come up with this. High protein, this is good, sardine and chickpea balls in the air fryer. So there's another mouthful, but hopefully they'll be delicious little morsels and mouthfuls. So anyway, my name is Mundy. Welcome to Mundy's AI air fryer adventures. If you're new here, that's great. If you're returning, that's even better. I'm going to adjust my camera and show you what I'm going to do. And just a reminder that A, I've never made this recipe before. I literally asked for it this morning. And B, at the end of all the chaos in the kitchen, I will be tasting it because it'll be time for my lunch then. And I'll rate it for you and let you know what they taste like. Apparently, we can use a food processor or mash by hand. I think let's use a food processor. I won't turn it on for you because it's a ghastly noise, but anyway, you'll get the idea. So the first thing to do is to preheat the air fryer, which we won't do because again, it's a noisy darn thing. But in a food processor, add the chickpeas. So I have here, I have 3/4 of a cup of cooked chickpeas. So they're canned, drained and rinsed in there. I add some sardines. Now my little tin of sardines, actually I may just need to get myself a fork, bear with. They're sardines in oil and I've drained them as best I can without, tipping them out of the tin. And it's about, this one says, I guess with the oil, it's about 125 grams, but just a normal tin of sardines. Then I need to add my cottage cheese. So it's 1/3 of a cup, which is an odd amount, but 1/3 of a cup of cottage cheese into this food processor. It says to add a small garlic clove. Now, personally, I don't really like garlic. I find it a little bit overpowering. So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder instead. Oops, there we go. In the food processor, not on the floor. Actually, there's quite a few things to make it really yummy. So, as well as garlic, I have 1 small chopped onion. Get in there. And I will need some mustard. Now I need, bear with, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. So basically, oh goodness, very well prepared, aren't I? Never mind, that will do. 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. That will do. Some smoked paprika. And that is 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Gosh, that's quite a lot. Excellent. It's going to be very tasty. But, you do you if you find this is a bit too much. And I really am going to have to replace my smoked paprika. And 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin. And optional, some chili flakes. Well, of course, oh sorry, I've just bumped the camera. Of course they're not going to be optional. I'm going to put them in. 1/2 teaspoon of chili flakes, but again, I think that's one of those things that you can do if you don't like them. And also lemon zest. So the zest of 1 lemon and basically a tablespoon of lemon juice as well. Very flavorful, excellent. And parsley. So I just happen to have the curly leaf parsley, but I'm imagining that the flat leaf will be fine. about a tablespoon. Now, because it's fresh, it's hard to know, but I think that will do. And now we've added all the, well, most of the important bits. There's still some more things to come, but I'm going to now put it on, and I'll save you the noise. Back shortly. Okay, so I've mixed that. It says to pulse it until the mixture is mostly smooth but has some texture. I think we've accomplished that nicely. It actually smells really delicious. Now I need to add one egg, some chickpea flour. Now let me just go back to what it is. 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour. Right, and then mix again until it's just combined. That seriously did not take very long at all. That's what it looks like. Now I think, to be honest, it possibly might be a little too wet, because now I need to roll them into golf-size little balls. So if the mixture feels too soft, quote unquote from ChatGPT, chill for 10 minutes. We're not going to do that. Or add an extra spoon of chickpea flour. I think we'll do that instead. So I'll do that, but I think I might just mix it by hand. I might, yes, take this middle bit out, put in my chickpea flour, and then get back to you. You don't want to see the chaos. So I've added another tablespoon of chickpea flour, and I'm still in the process of making sure it is well incorporated, but it feels and sounds to me less mushy. So I think that will probably do. The next part of the recipe is to have my, silicone tray or whatever you call this, and to put some oil on it. And I will just use my little pastry brush to spread the oil. Now I think this could be really, really messy. So, here we go. I will take a spoon. My hands are clean. Oh yeah, that feels better. And apparently roll it into a little ball. Tricky to roll into a ball, but hey, that's not too bad. And apparently I can make, at least I have one clean hand. It makes 10 to 12 balls. So I'm going to quickly do that, and I'll show you what it looks like before I put it into the air fryer. Well, that was a messy process, but I made 9, basically because, it's not going to fit evenly in a square thing if I make 10 or 12. So now the next part is to cook it in the air fryer at 190 degrees, which is 375 F. And I'm going to put it in there for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them and then cook for another 5 to 7 minutes until golden brown and crisp. Well, that will give me an opportunity to clean up all this mess and then to sit down and enjoy my lunch. Fingers crossed. It has been 10 minutes, and look how deliciously golden brown they are. So I'm going to very carefully flip them. Flip is the word. Turn them over carefully, and you can see that they're not cooked underneath. Not that there's a whole lot to be cooked anyway. It's just the egg, but golden brown seems like a really good idea. So I'll continue to do this, and it says to put it in for, what was it? Another 5 to 7 minutes. So I'm going to put it in for another 5 and test it after that, because I really don't want them to burn, and I do think that my air fryer does run a bit hot. That noise, is it beeping at me? I did put it in for 6 minutes, So I'm just hoping now, and I'll take it out because it's a horrible noise. Oh, okay. I think, if I can, you can see they are kind of golden and looking rather delicious. They smell really lovely, actually. So with my trusty spoon, I'm going to, I think they're done. Right, now I'm going to serve them up and, and taste them and let you know what they're like. And here we are, moment of truth time. Now I will let you know that I have made myself a dip, and it's got cottage cheese and yogurt and lemon juice and salt and pepper and parsley in it. Now I also need to let you know that I neglected to put salt and pepper into the mixture because there were so many other things, but hopefully I think it'll still taste all right because, it had sort of salty sardine fish and things like that. So I'll show you what it looks like. No, this way. Look, some lemon juices. No, listen to me. Lemon wedges. And I'm serving it with some cucumber, my dip, and I've got 4 of these little things right here. Let me cut it because they are quite a decent size, mostly because they were incredibly difficult to roll. I wouldn't exactly call them balls, but they're high protein somethings. Oh yeah, actually that's very tasty. They're still quite soft in the middle. They've kind of got a crispy bit on the outside and they're quite juicy and tender on the inside. But I will say they are very tasty. I'll try it now with my yogurt and cottage cheese dip. Actually, really nice. Now they are a little fiddly, but they are very high protein because they've got the chickpeas, they've got the sardines, they've got the egg, and of course they've got the cottage cheese, which is the whole point of this exercise. So yes, even though they're messy, I would definitely make these again. They're actually really tasty. So thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to now enjoy my lunch. And yes, please like, share, subscribe, and join me for some further AI air fryer adventures. See you again soon. Bye.